we were actually looking for a better way to get visibility on what's happening during our interview process. It's kind of a means of quality control for us. So supporting our hiring managers without having to shadow them and spend a lot of time in the interview. So that was the main reason why we were looking at a tool like Metaview. It's actually such a valuable tool in kind of so many different ways. There's so many needs that it services for us. I think my favorite bit about Metaview is actually the user experience. So when I was considering Metaview as a potential tool, my biggest concern was how we're going to implement it. Is it going to be a really jarring part of the process that we have to figure out? Are we going to get resistance from hiring managers to kind of use this? And the reality has been that it's kind of slipped into our recruitment stream so easily. We've barely had to explain to hiring managers what it is because they don't even have to do anything. There's no effort needed from their side. They just kind of do their interview and then it lands in their inbox all neatly packaged. So user experience and the kind of intuitiveness of it has just been so good. So I think one of the benefits that I've seen other people get from Metaview has been the time-saving element. I think actually what's more useful for us is help with clarification of thought process and decision making. So because all of the interviews are recorded and they're held in one place where we can really easily go back to them, we can quite quickly review very specific sections when we're doing a wash up after an interview, for example. So rather than relying on memory and handwritten notes, we've got it all there ready for if we need it. That's from a kind of hiring manager perspective. From a TA perspective, it's been such a useful tool to help us identify areas for improvement. Or maybe even issues that we kind of need to sort out quite quickly. So we've got much more access to what's happening, and we can, that gives us the opportunity to provide more training, provide some more consistent feedback, and get a lot more control over what's actually happening on the ground, so to speak. One thing I know for sure is that getting hiring managers to write out their notes and really dedicate time to doing that is tricky. Now that we can just lift it very easily from Metaview and put it into our ATS, I've definitely noticed that happens quicker. Hiring managers will probably use that as a base to maybe add some more subjective opinions into their notes, but they certainly have really appreciated having the bulk of it done for them.